I don't think we talk enough about how we're living in the twilight zone right now. We are not meant to consume this many people's thoughts every day, especially the way that social media is set up. Not opinions, not advice, not lives, not pain, not projections, all day, every day, from people we do not know, will never meet, and we're never meant to be in community with. Human beings didn't evolve for this. For most of history, comparison was local. It was your siblings, your cousins, a few classmates. Your sense of comparison came from a small, close knit circle, people whose lives you could actually see from start to finish. You could see the progression. That was it. Your sense of self developed in small ecosystems. Your feedback came slowly. Your reputation traveled at walking and talking speed. And before you've even had water, you have absorbed someone else's trauma, someone else's pain, someone else's version of their life, someone else's opinions, advice, their progress or fitness journey, their setbacks, all before 9 a.m. You haven't even brushed your teeth yet, and your brain is cluttered with other people's bags. And we're confused about why people feel so overwhelmed and insecure or disconnected from themselves. This is not a resilience issue, it's an exposure issue. Just because technology allows access doesn't mean your nervous system agreed to it. Our minds were not built to hold thousands and thousands of parallel lives all at one time. And when a system takes on more than it can process, it doesn't just shut down immediately or dramatically. It starts to lose focus. It starts to overlook and mess things up. It loses clarity. That's why so many people feel foggy, why their intuition feels quieter, why decisions feel heavier than they should. You're not indecisive, you're overstimulated. You got too much going on. You are not behind. You are comparing yourself to too many timelines that were never meant to be reference points for you. We are starting to confuse information with wisdom or knowledge. But wisdom requires space, reflection, silence. But silence does not trend. It doesn't catch the algorithm. So instead, people outsource their inner voice. They crowdsource their instincts like it's a group project. They scroll before they sit with themselves. And they wonder why nothing resonates with them and why nothing feels grounded. Here's something uncomfortable but freeing to think about. Everyone's thoughts are not equally relevant to your life, not even mine. There are plenty of messages that may be for you, and there are plenty of messages that I'm going to give that you should just scroll past. If the shoe does not fit, don't wear it. Some perspectives aren't guidance, they're noise. Some opinions are not insight, they are projection. They are indeed projection. Some advice is simply just not meant for you. It belongs to a completely different life with different constraints, with different rules. But when you consume everything, your discernment is going haywire. It doesn't know what to take in and what to throw away. So you start comparing yourself to other people and their opinions, their thoughts. I should be further in life. I should be recording content. I should be a business owner. I should be doing things differently. This is what so and so is doing. This is what so and so said. This is the advice that so and so gave. Even though these things may not even be for you. They may not even apply to you, but you're consuming these things and you're taking it personal. That pressure does not come from failure. It comes from excess input. We used to process our lives in chapters, and now we are processing it in fragments. A clip here, a meme here, a story there, a stranger's confession, a viral breakdown, and your brain is trying to stitch meaning out of pieces that were never meant to go together. They're not meant to be on the same blanket. And that is exhausting. That is mentally exhausting, which is why people crave isolation, but also do not know how to sit in it. Why boredom feels uncomfortable. Why stillness feels unfamiliar. Stillness does not come with commentary. It doesn't come with the live stream, but clarity lives there. Some of the most grounded people you'll ever meet are not the most informed. They're the most selective. They know when to look away. They know when to mute, when to log off, when to scroll, when to stop consuming and start listening inward. That is not avoidance, that is self preservation. You do not need every perspective, you don't need every hot take. You don't need constant confirmation that your experience makes sense because your experience is yours. So, sometimes the most radical thing you can do is reduce the volume, turn down the music, less input, more digestion, less comparison, more presence. Your mind isn't broken, it's just crowded with a whole bunch of bullshit that doesn't need to be there. When you give it room to breathe, something interesting happens. Your own thoughts start to come back. Your preferences start to reappear. Your direction feels clearer, not louder, not noisier, but clearer. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, scattered, or unsure lately, before you assume something is wrong with you, I'd like for you to ask yourself how many voices you've been carrying that were never meant to live rent free in your head. If this landed for you, let me know in the comments. How has information overload shown up in your life?